Okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel on YouTube. This is the afternoon of Monday, June 27th, 2022, and you're 5 minutes away from your first of three reports for COVID-19 analysis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the U.S., Spain, Brazil, India, Israel, Portugal, and Sweden, and of course the U.S. So I'll see you folks back over in 5 minutes. Hey. Okay, welcome back to Dave's Data Science channel on Twitch, and also the Caribou Data Science channel on YouTube. Again, this is the afternoon of Monday, June the 27th, 2022, and we're going to run our 6-7 daily reports. Again, this reports are run Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then we may take a look at something else, maybe Python, possibly. Our data is pretty much where it needs to be at this point in terms of in terms of the format. But anyway, that's don't get ahead of ourselves. Let's start out as always with Brazil. Just as a reminder, there's only going to be one report today. Actually, two reports. The same report twice. One for under 18, one for over 18. The only difference is one's called report and the other's called update. Okay, so let's go and get this net started here. Mm-hmm. We actually are slowly but surely making some progress with uh, with what am I trying to say? With Python, uh, not quite sure how far I really want to go. Although, in all honesty, I am pretty close to. Not sure what this says, but my everyday my Python skills are catching up to my R to the same level as they are with R, and I'm not sure. A lot has been done. No data cleaning, no real serious analysis, just mainly plotting columns and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a story for in a few more moments. Okay, so anyway, you can see here, that in the past 365 days, Brazil has had 13.5 million cases, 157,261 deaths. And as we noted many times, the 2022 cases for the first 6 months has already passed 2021 cases. The good news is for Brazil, the deaths have not 2022 COVID-19 deaths have not caught the total for 2021 yet. Then we take a look at a 7-day average. You can see here that as of June the 21st, uh, Brazil is averaging 58,771 cases per day. And 219.4 deaths per day. You can see the cases. You can see the problem right here. This spike up in cases. Okay. Hopefully this is the top of this last run, and then this week we're going to see the numbers falling down again for cases. Overall, cases back over here are pretty low. This line here would be 1,500 deaths last week, and you can see, unfortunately, that June is the third month where we saw an increase in COVID-19 cases, and there's a chance that well, this news isn't great. it's not nearly as bad as it could be because it looks like the deaths could be about what they were for April. Okay, so that does conclude the report for Brazil for today. Now let's move on to Spain. Of course, I have that one favor to ask you folks in Spain. That's if you click on the share button, share this video today with your friends, your family on Facebook and Twitter. Okay. So for the previous 365 days, Spain has had 8.9 million cases, 27,199 deaths for the previous 365 days. Cases, unfortunately, has passed 2022 total cases, was 6 months ago, and unfortunately, even more deaths for 2022 COVID-19 deaths have passed the total for 2021 in Spain. Just take a look here. As we got as of June 21st, Spain was averaging 16,917 cases per day and 45.2 deaths per day, based on a 7-day average. You can see here what we did see is a little volatility here. The deaths are pretty much below the 125,000 line per week. Unfortunately, you can see here, the good news, I guess, is the deaths appear to be an overall declining pattern. Uh, this could be because no, it should make it. I was going to say Spain only records data Monday to Friday. But I don't think that's really that problem here. There's a slight declining pattern here. This line here be 250. So hopefully this week deaths will get below the 250 line. Okay. This is the good news. Look at this. This is June could wind up being the lowest number of cases in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And deaths could wind up being the fourth month in a row we see a decline in COVID-19 deaths in Spain. Okay. And again, before I let you go, Spain, don't forget to click on that share button for me. Okay. Share this video today with your friends and family on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure we are recording. Good. Okay, let's keep this wagon rolling along here. And we say, welcome back, India, to your Caribou Data Science channel. And if India, you are watching this on YouTube today, have that one favor to ask as always. Click on the share button, share this video today with your friends and family on Facebook and Twitter, okay? Just fire up this number here for India then. So you can see for the previous 365 days, India's had 13.1, let's say 13.2 million cases, 129,269 deaths. Unfortunately, the deaths, this is an all too common occurrence among our data sets. There it is. That is that 2022 cases have already passed the total number of cases for 2021. But the good news is 2022 deaths have not caught 2021's total deaths yet. Over here, you can see as of June the 23rd, uh, India is averaging 13,989 cases per day and 21 deaths per day on average. You can see that even though we have a slight spike here, that is that India's cases are still pretty doggone low. Okay. What about deaths? And look at this nice declining pattern in deaths. Look at these nice low death counts here for India. Okay. Now you can see here that this is going to be a little bit a slight increase of the previous 3 months, but still pretty doggone low for cases. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 cases. Okay, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So June is going to be the lowest number of deaths, COVID-19 deaths in 12 months. Okay, in 12 months. So that does conclude the report for India for today. Again, India, if you are watching this on YouTube today, I'd appreciate if you click on that share button, share this video on your Facebook and your Twitter account today, right? Keep this wagon roll along. Let's go Israel. Okay, Israel, if you are watching this on YouTube today, I have that favor to ask again. Click on the share button, share this video today on your Facebook and your Twitter accounts with your friends and your family, okay? Okay, for the previous 365 days, Israel has had 3.5 million cases, 4,514 deaths. And again, we can see here that 2021 cases are just a little crazy to the first couple months of the year. Even deaths for COVID-19 deaths in Israel have already passed 2021's total. Take a look at the averages though. You do see an increase in the average here. Okay, this isn't particularly good. So the average is currently 9,691 cases per day on average. And with of course, they're only averaging 5.14 deaths per day on average. You do see this 3 or 4 week increase here, creeping up towards the 100,000 line there. That's not particularly good. But their deaths are still remaining fairly low, below the 50 deaths per week average, all the way back over to here. But you can see that June's cases are going to be the highest number of cases in 2 months, 3 months, okay? But this is going to be the one, two, three. June is going to be the fourth month where we see a decline in COVID-19 deaths in Israel, right? Portugal, Sweden, and the U.S. We say, welcome back, Portugal, to your Caribou Data Science channel. If you are watching this video on YouTube today, Portugal, I have one favor to ask you folks today. That's that you click on the share button and share this video with your friends and family today on Facebook and Twitter, okay? This is Far Report from Portugal here. So you can see here for the previous 365 days, Portugal's had let's say 4.25 million cases, 6,930 deaths. Unfortunately, Portugal's 2022 cases have already just way past 2021's total COVID-19 cases. And even the 2022 deaths in Portugal are well past the 2021 total deaths. What's this here? Wimbledon. It's Res Hope. Res Hope has been awfully quiet here recently, over the last month, I would say. Anyway, for COVID-19 deaths in Portugal, you can see that 2022 COVID-19 deaths have already passed 2021's. Unfortunately, here's the bad news, okay? This big spike here, although it does appear to be easing up a little bit now, but over here it's June 21st, 16,455 cases per day on average. And averaging 38.14 deaths per day. You see the nice healthy spike here. Now it does appear to be declining a little bit over here the last 3 or 4 weeks cases. Unfortunately, the deaths are still, above the 200 mark over here per week. And deaths also, well, June deaths are going to be above, or June's cases are going to be close to 500,000 for the month. Okay. And you can see here, unfortunately, June's going to be the third month in a row we see an increase in COVID-19 deaths in Portugal. So this leaves Sweden and the United States. Everything's up to date in Kansas City. Sweden? And so we say, welcome back, Sweden, to your Kibble Data Science channel. This is the first of 3 reports this week, COVID-19 reports this week. I do have that one favor to ask you again today. If you are watching this on YouTube, I'd appreciate if you click on that share button. Share this video today with your friends and your family on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay? Sweden, for the previous 365 days, has had 1.426 million cases, 4,478 deaths. You can see that here at the 2022 COVID-19 cases for Sweden, they just went crazy in the first 2 months of the year. Completely went, right on by 2022's cases. Unfortunately, COVID-19 deaths for 2022 have already passed 2021's total cases. The good news is the cases are like really, really low, averaging 416 cases per day on average. And as of June the 20th, Sweden is averaging 2.57 deaths per day. So they're doing okay. Okay. Crazy low weekly case numbers, declining pattern in COVID-19 deaths on a weekly basis. You can see how crazy low the second quarter this year has been for in terms of cases in Sweden. And 4 month in a row decline in COVID-19 deaths in Sweden. Okay, it takes care of Sweden. At least it's the course with what the U.S. of A. Okay. Thanks, Rezo, for the shout out there. That concludes Sweden. Now it's time for the star of our show. Be sure to come back at the end of the week for a monkeypox report. So we say, welcome back, America, to your Caribou Data Science channel. This is the afternoon of, well, Monday, June the 27th, 2022. And before we get started, America, what's the favor? All you ask you good folks, click on that share button, share this video on your Facebook and your Twitter accounts, okay? Share it with your friends and your family and even your coworkers, okay? Okay, America, for the previous 365 days, you had 53.2 million cases, 415,044 deaths here in the good old US of A. You can see in the US, unfortunately, like most of the world, it does seem like is that you can see here that the 2022 cases in the US have passed 2021's total cases. But the good news is that 2022 deaths are lagging a little bit behind the total for 2021 COVID-19 deaths so far. Over here like this, you can see that we did this little increase here beginning in April, but as of June the 23rd, we were averaging 103,076 cases per day and 350 deaths per day, which is well down from this high here of 4,286. We don't want to lose track of our gains, okay? The progress we're making. Now we take a look at this again. This nice pattern here. Now maybe it's kind of leveled off to slightly declining because this here would be 1 million cases per week. That's a big declining pattern here, but now it's kind of leveled off around what is it, 250,000 or 2,500 deaths per week here maybe. And you can see our cases are still relatively low compared to back over here. Cases right now are right around 2.5 million. Deaths, 1, 2, 3. There's a good chance that June could be the fifth month in a row we see a decline in COVID-19 deaths again. And that'd be fantastic news, wouldn't it, folks? Okay, so that takes care of our reports for today. So that concludes our reports for today. Let's come back over here now. Let's stop the recording.